Hello guys, so yeah, I'm back. First video of the year. And I'm gonna join the rest of BookTube in doing something that you might have seen 1,000 times already. My favorite and least favorite books of 2018. Or, the ones I've read in 2018. Not necessarily that they've come out in 2018 because honestly I rarely read new releases, so these are not so new books. Maybe they've come in the past few years, maybe they're old. Anyway, this is pretty much my 2018 in review. So I'm gonna start by saying that I read 49 books last year. I know I was this close to reaching my goal. 50 books is not that many for a lot of people, especially on BookTube. For me, I think it's just enough. I wish I could read more than 50. Wish I could read 50. I've never really reached my goal. Anyway, so that's not the point. Out of those 50 books, out of those 49 books, I read 4 of those were rereads. I read 10 graphic novels, which is new. Before this, I didn't read a lot of graphic novels, not because I didn't want to, but I'm just new in this genre. So yeah, and almost half of them were in the month of December, in an attempt to reach my goal. Even then, I didn't reach it. Yep. Anyway, I read 6 books in Spanish or with Hispanic main characters. I wish I could have read more, especially in Spanish, but that's a sad reality. Anyway, hopefully this year I'm gonna read more. I'm trying to finish my TBR and I still have maybe around 30 books that I haven't read, and most of them are in English, so I'm trying to finish reading those before continuing buying more, but I'm gonna buy a lot more. Anyway, so we're gonna start with the least favorite books of 2018. To be honest, when I don't like a book and I can just continue reading it, and most of them I DNF them. I'm not sure, I didn't check how many books I DNF'd this year, but there were a lot. But yeah, I'm pretty sure most of us do it, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you don't like something, just stop doing it and read or watch something that you actually like. I think that's common sense. So most of the books that I didn't like, I just didn't finish them, so I'm not gonna really count them. But I did finish a couple, or yeah, one of them was I Felt a Funeral in My Brain by Will Walton. It's about a boy who's dealing with his grandfather's death, and at the same time he's finding himself and discovering his sexuality and all that stuff. It's totally in the form of prose or poem. I just didn't connect with the main character. It was just boring and I just didn't like it. I don't know, I was expecting more of it. I just didn't like it. I don't know what more to say. Another one was The Queen of the Tearling. I heard a lot of good things about that book. And I really don't know why I finished it. Like, to be honest, I don't remember a lot of it, and that's good because I don't want to. It was just, I don't know, boring, and so yeah. I'm glad that I don't remember anything. It's just too disappointing. Like, I don't know how I managed to finish it, to be honest. I don't even remember. And the last one, even though I didn't finish it, but I read most of it, even though it's a very short novella. But I just, it was The Mist by Stephen King. It was just, I don't know, boring. So even though I didn't finish it, I consider it one of the most boring books I've ever read. So now we're continuing with the best books I read in 2018. So yeah, I started the year by reading Crooked Kingdom by Lee Bardugo. I'm pretty sure you all know about this series, and what else can I say that you haven't heard? It's amazing, and I just really recommend everyone to read. It's one of the few series that it's really, really, really hyped on BookTube and everywhere. Sorry, my cat is just curious about the camera. Anyway, it's one of the few hype series on BookTube that I actually really like, and that I understand the hype over the book. So yeah, just read it. I can't even explain, like, I mean, there's no reason to explain what it is about or why it's so amazing. I mean, you've probably seen a lot of videos of people raving about the book, and or you've read the book, so you know what it is. Anyway, the second book I really like was What's Eating Gilbert Grape by Peter Hedges. I made a review in the video. You've probably seen the movie. Really, really good movie. But when I read the book, even though I already seen the movie and I knew what I was expecting, it just blew my mind. It's so simple. The story is so simple, but you just connect with this character that it's like kind of unlikable, but it's not difficult to understand his reasons for being like that, and you just connect with him, and it's just, I don't know. I love that book too much. And of course, the movie. I can't wait to reread the book, and yeah, it's just beautiful. I love it. It's so full of misery, and I don't know. I just love those kind of books. They're really, really depressing. Anyway, I also read Dumplin by Julie Murphy. Yes, I have my notebook here, so I have to check. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that you've read the book, or now you've seen the movie, now that the movie is out. And it's one of those few books that it's tells the story of an overweight girl, like, so good, without disrespecting overweight people, or I don't know how to explain it. It's just, I just loved it, and I don't know, I just love it too much, and it proves that you can tell the story of an overweight person without having to fat shame. It's just one of those books that really pays respect to overweight people, which is really rare. And also just like the story that every overweight girl deserves to hear. It's just goals, and I just love it. So yeah. So this one is actually a series, not just one book, and it's the Fever Crumb series by Philip Reeve. It's the prequel series of Mortal Engines, and you probably know that Mortal Engines is my brand, and I love that series more than I love my life, and I could make a video just about that. Anyway, this one is a prequel series. You don't really need to read Mortal Engines to read Fever Crumb. It's two separate stories that happen in the same world many years before. If you've seen the movie, or if you've even seen like the trailers and everything, they kind of tell you how Mobile City started, so that's a good start maybe. But yeah, it's really good, and it just proved that Philip Reeve is one of my favorite authors ever. And yeah, it's just, he kind of tells you, he knows how to tell you a story kind of simply, like kind of in a very simple way, but it's a lot of things happen at the same time. Like they're not even that long, like they're like really short books. Still, like so many things happen in every single book, and the characters are very well written, and I just recommend all of his books. And last but not least is I Was Born for This by Alice Oseman. This one I don't even have to check because I just know it's like in my head, and it's one of my favorite books ever probably. It's one that really got to me. Like it's really kind of personal in so many levels. It tells the story of this girl. What was her name? Of this girl Angel, who is a very big fan of this boy band, and like they're pretty much her life. And Jimmy, one of the guys in the band, who is trans and has severe anxiety. So yeah, that kind of fan, but also identify with Jimmy because I have severe anxiety, and it's really beautiful, like the whole story and how she tells the story. All of her books are amazing, and I could make another video about it, but I know no one will watch my videos, so I won't make it. Anyway, yeah, seriously one of my favorite books. I also made a review on that on my blog, so I'm gonna put the link down below. You should like really read that book. It's just I can't even. Anyway, this was my 2018 reading review, or whatever that's called. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you very soon. Bye.